Chris is saying hello, everybody out in Zoom world. Leah is saying yes. I see Hope Sierra. I see Arthur. Nice to see you both. I also see Riley. Okay, so again, with much gratitude to all of you who have come to see our students tonight, both Professor Orta and I really want to just say, and all the praises to all of you guys for doing what you did this last year. Cohort 1 had a pinning ceremony, and we thought we were going to go ahead and do this annually. And then, as you know, COVID struck the world, unfortunately. And I know many of the students have endured having to be taking Chris Orta's classes. And Chris says, yep, and I even brought my red pen with me tonight, just to see if it makes you guys stand on edge. Lael is saying, I know, some of you are traumatized by that, and I apologize greatly. You can't unsee the color red, I know that for sure. And I see a lot of head nods out in the audience, and even some of you probably in Zoom could feel the same way. Anyways, I know Chris wanted to say a few words. This is Chris Orta speaking. I really wanted to extend my appreciation and gratitude towards all of you. With cohorts 2 and 3, I kind of parallel you guys to my children. I am a father of 4. Cohort 2 is kind of like my second child. You behave like my second child. You guys have attitudes. You have the same spirit. Rebellious even, kind of. Sometimes argumentative. You guys fight each other. But I'm there to maintain the peace every so often. Now with cohort 3, it's a little different. Cohort 3 tends to be a little bit more independent, more planning, if you will, a little bit more organized. There's some differences between cohort 2 and 3, but nevertheless, you are my children. Cohort 1 was my first child. I have an older daughter who is my firstborn, and having to navigate that, you know, with trying to figure out how to discipline and whatnot, that was something that I had to figure out. And as more of my children were born, I also had to adapt. And again, it came back to discipline, using that red pen. So I say all that to say that I really appreciate both cohorts 2 and 3. And I know that you guys really went through it, especially through a pandemic on top of, you know, everything with Sci-Fair canceling what it was that was going on with graduates possibly having to get internship hours from other campuses and whatnot. Cohort 2 was there to fight the fight. And my goodness, look at you, you won. You were able to graduate. And then COVID hit. And Lael and I discussed about the pinning ceremony and what we were going to do about it. And here we are. Cohort 3, I also empathize as well, because as soon as you made it into the cohort program, about a few months into it, you guys had to endure the pandemic, and we switched to a full virtual online experience. And if I may be frank, cohort 3, I would have to say, is a much stronger cohort with some of the top skill. And I would like to say that perhaps COVID was what helped you guys endure and keep going. I just wanted to say a few words about that. And I just want to thank you for your time. I cherish all of you. I love both cohort 2 and 3, child 2 and 3, if you will. And I know that your families are here being able to see you guys tonight shine. So thank you. Lael is saying, I would like to also say a short sentiment about the students. Some of you are going to get the duck too. And the reason why I mentioned the duck is there's several reasons behind it. A while ago, our school mascot was the duck. I want to say, I think now it's the falcon actually, but we're not going to talk about the falcon. I prefer the duck. So that's what we're going to stick to for several reasons. One of the reasons why I mentioned that is because the college used to say that that is our mascot. And the reason behind that is that the duck looked like it was calm on top of the water, just floating on by. However, underneath the water, they're paddling like the Dickens underneath. They just really are working for it. And I feel like that's all of you. And the reason is because you guys have worked endlessly and tirelessly, and all of your work has been confidential. You can't talk about it. Which means that your family, your friends are often left out of the loop of your struggles, of what your experiences are, and the different types of ethical situations that arise while you are out there working. And so your families are unaware of what it is that you're doing, like that duck who's calmly waving to everybody, but is working so hard underneath that water. That is why I feel the duck represents you. So I want to thank you for all of your professional work that you've shown throughout the years, not only myself, but Professor Orta as well. I know that you guys have sweated and cried and bled with him. I completely understand. Chris is saying, don't leave you out either. And Lael said, right, also. And if I may also point out, Frank and Kane as well, being in their classes, who have abused you, I mean, taught you everything it is that you need to know. So yes, that's what I meant, I believe. So we won't prolong this anymore. We would like to go ahead and call two former students. We did have three, however, one of them ended up falling ill. We have someone here from Cohort 1 who are going to come up to the stage and just make a few remarks about their experiences with the program so that they can encourage you for your future endeavors. So if I could go ahead and call Natasha up here first, just for a few remarks. And Professor Orta is saying, this is one of my first children right here from Cohort 1. Lael saying, I know it's a long trek. You might as well just do the Miss America pageant wave walk on the way up here. And Natasha saying, hello, everybody at home. So as you know, I was one of his first children, one of their first children from Cohort 1. I really enjoyed my time within the interpreting program at Sci-Fair. And oh my goodness, did I learn so much from these two individuals, and they had to bear with me. It's true. I remember that these two not only supported me, but they've also supported you. And remember that they are there to support you. And all the people in this room, remember that. That all of you who have worked hard, stay connected with one another. And I just want to tell you good luck. We're going to wait until Natasha comes back so that we can switch to the next individual who's going to make their remarks. Natasha and the other student, or the other previous student, are actually working, providing projectile services for one of the individuals attending tonight. Again, I really want to emphasize this long trek. We really should give that Miss America pageant wave. There we go. For those of you at home, giving you a visual description, Josh is walking over to the stage doing that Miss America hand wave. And this is Josh saying, hello, everybody. My name is Josh, and I am a graduate from Cohort of 2019. Really, I'm 23 pounds heavier than previous quarantine, pre-quarantine. So really, it's just some short remarks that I'd like to go ahead and tell you. I know this year's been challenging, and COVID has impacted not only academically, but our personal worlds. And I know that you've had struggles working personally, home life, and whatnot have you. It's been tough. But I think if I could pick one word for this year, it would be tenacity. The ability to just keep on going and knowing that that's important. Cohort 2 and Cohort 3 have already proven that they can move on with such tenacity. And I'd have to really just say that I'm proud of you. I feel like this is something special, you know, for Lael to invite me here to speak to all of you. I show such appreciation for you this evening and going forward, because I know that now that you've done this, you can be successful. And I'm proud of all of you. So thank you. This is Lael saying, okay, now we have two more individuals that I would like to come up and speak to you. And families, I want to let you know how much these students have worked over the last couple of years. These two groups specifically have worked with many of our students. The first one that I'm going to call up is from the business organization Crabtree Interpreting Services. We have a representative. Her name is Melissa Rogers, who will be providing some remarks about her experience with some of the students that have worked with that company. This is Lael speaking. I'm going to go ahead and interpret what it is that Melissa is saying. Okay, Melissa's going to go ahead and try to project her voice.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Melissa Rogers. I do work for Crabtree Agency here in town, and I have asked for the privilege of using my voice because I have not had the honor of knowing all of the students in these cohorts yet, and I have to have a cheat sheet, a list of names. I do know many of you by text message. About a year ago, we were struggling to find enough people to serve our clients, which are predominantly schools. One night, my boss and I, Daniel Crabtree, and some of you may know him, everybody recognizes him, he's 68. He and I were still at work at 7 o'clock at night trying to put people into assignments for the very next day. And we didn't have enough people. So finally I gave up and I called Lael. Lael said, let me think about it. Because what I told her was we needed people with the right skills and a professional attitude. So in a few minutes, she started to send me some names. As soon as I get a name, I would text that person. So I know the names by text. I've not had the privilege of meeting people in person, or not all of them. But I wanted to tell you how impressed we were with both Cohort 2 and Cohort 3. Out of Cohort 2, we worked with Taryn Hodge, Abigail Miavion, who is already certified, by the way. Congratulations to her. We worked with Rebecca Wilson. Rebecca covered an entire schedule for us for the whole academic year, which was amazing. Out of Cohort 3, we worked with Maggie Clark, Kate Gondell, Sinead Jensen, Nan Karam, Nyree Madagarza. Another one who worked the entire academic year for us, Carol Morales, Brenda O'Sullivan, Arthur Rupaba, Isamar Sandoval. So I think we only missed one person out of Cohort 3, and I was sorry that happened. We wouldn't have taken all of you if we could have convinced you to come to work for us. But we have been very, very pleased with not only the work, not just the skills, but the professionalism. So you are to be congratulated for stepping into a job that for the very first time that you were only learning in school and learning to roll with the punches, because it's not easy. And anybody that's worked in an educational setting knows you go into it thinking, oh, I'm just going to interpret, or I'm just going to facilitate communication. There's a lot more to it than that. And all of you stepped up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We really were impressed. When the evening is over, you'll be at this blue table, and anybody else that wants to talk with us about the potential for assignments in the future, please come see me. Okay? And thank you for y'all.
Thank you so much, Melissa. The next person that I would like to call is I have the honor of bringing in someone who has worked with our students for many, many years through previous of the cohorts. I'm not even sure how many years who's worked with us, but we continuously send them interpreters and interns who go and work with the Texas Renaissance Festival, also abbreviated as TRF. The name of that group is ASL Fairs of Texas. So if I could please ask Miss Michelle Martin to come up to the stage and provide some remarks, who is going to show some much deep appreciation and gratitude towards our students. Michelle is saying hello. Hello, Chris is saying, please don't trip. Michelle is saying, I'm probably going to talk and sign because they sign better than me. And Lael is saying, would you prefer to talk more than you would to sign? And Michelle was saying, yes, I think that would be best. Michelle is saying, hello. I'm really thrilled to be here. This is really a long history. I used to work for the Texas Renaissance Festival for many years. And that started with Deaf Weekend. And that was back in 1989, I believe. I think that was the first time that I actually went into any sorts of Renaissance festival. That was the first time that I ever went in there as a deaf person. I became enthralled with the work that was happening there. However, many years later, yes, I worked there that long. I've been there. I was a massage therapist for so many years. I couldn't really just, oh, hold on one second. There we go. We started with a few individuals, I think maybe 20 or so, maybe 11 at the time. I'm not sure. Lael saying, I don't even remember. Michelle saying, I think we first started off with an 11 member group. Excuse me, correction on the interpretation. The year was 2011 is when we started. We had a few interns. But one thing was that the volunteer interpreters and interns were all very overworked at the time. There was no time to really take a break or eat or anything like that. And I thought to myself, we really need to recruit more help. And perhaps it would be a good idea to work collaboratively with students from other programs who could possibly learn about this. And I'm just gonna have to put my hands down so that way I don't interfere with the interpreter. However, in the year of 2018, I think that's the year that it was, we finally were able to work it out where we established ASL fairs with SciFair. And I know that many of you volunteered for 2018 and 2019. And if you don't recognize me in my regular garb, I apologize. I'm not in Rennie garb. Those of you who know me know that I get into character when it comes to the Renaissance Festival. Maybe some of you recognize me or you're thinking, who is that woman? But I'm here to tell you that we could not do anything in the past 2 years without any of your help. You guys were two of the best groups that we've ever had. And we were able to, well, when we started, we were able to go ahead and provide services for deafblind at Texas Renaissance Festival, which is something that we had never taken on before. So it's because of you that that was actually successful. There are many other things that we are still trying to do. And there are some things that we're going to change, of course. But I mean, we're stuck with the pandemic, so we weren't able to do anything this last year. So I was really sorely missed all of you being involved with us. I know I see you occasionally on Facebook or in passing, but I'm hoping that now that you're done and you're graduated from your interpreter training program, that you will come every year and you'll be there continuously as our certified interpreters or for as an ASL, with being a part of ASL Fairs in Texas. And I just share all of my love to all of you. Thank you so much. Lael saying, okay, is there any closing remarks that you'd like to make, Professor Orta? This is Professor Orta saying, Cohort 2 graduated. Well, they needed to graduate, what, in 2020? They were supposed to graduate in 2020. So we made a promise to them that, we would be able to do this ceremony. With Cohort 3, you are officially graduating this year. However, Sci-Fair campus is not currently celebrating a graduation. However, we're still going to call you up and pave the way for this year as far as graduation goes. So for Cohort 2 and 3, as you continue on into the future, just know that you need to just keep on going. Be goal-oriented. Do not stop. Don't let your skills deteriorate over time. Keep studying. I mean, I, as a professor, am still learning to this day. And Lael is in the same boat, and Lael is saying, yes, I completely second that. Professor Orta is saying, if you stop learning, I hope pride doesn't get in your way. You have to stay humble and keep that learning going. Lael is saying, correct. There's just a few more things that I'd like to say as far as closing goes, which I'll show the people at home in a second, but we have 2 years popped up with balloons to the left and the right of us. To my right, I have 2020, to my left, I have 2021. We ordered different types of things that we could from Amazon. And anyways, it just so happened that 2020 balloons were a lot smaller to the 2021 balloons. For our Cohort 4 students, they had an accident. They popped one of the balloons, I think. I think it was like a number, it was a 2 or something like that. It's actually an S. So we used that instead of the 2. But funny enough, before all of you guys arrived, I was speaking with some of Cohort 4, and they said that they should probably go ahead and turn it around and say Cohort so-so. So 2020 could say so-so. But no, the actual year 2020 was so-so, but not Cohort 2. Just want to make that clarification. You guys were the best. Okay, so I would like to, like I said, thank all of you for coming this evening. To the interpreters who have volunteered their services, Frank Perales, and we also have Jacob Gardner, who is here, his co-interpreter, and then 2 other interpreters, I don't know their name, I'm kidding. Natasha Terry, who is here providing tactile services, as well as Josh Richards. And I would also like to thank one of our Cohort 4 students, who we call JT. She was the one that donated a lot here as far as the food is concerned. And I think I bought the decorations, but the food was mostly her. And the reason is because she volunteer interprets for her church, and she decided they decided to go ahead and not accept the payment, but to donate that to the cohort graduation ceremony that we're having today. So I just wanted to let you know and really extend my appreciation towards JT. Thank you so much. Okay, so for those of you who are not here, I have a very small gift for you with your pin. It's small, so don't think it's something grandiose, something special that I bought. I apologize, but I do have something to still give you. But if you are not in attendance this evening, I will still call out your name. And what I would like you to do is I would like you to show your video, and I'll turn the laptop around so that everybody can see. Okay, great. So first, we're going to go ahead and start with the pinning. Are you guys ready? Woohoo! You finally made it. Okay. Cohort number 2. First on the list, Sierra Garrison, now Sierra Magnum. Let me go ahead and showcase you around the room. Give me 1 second. Round of applause for Miss Sierra. And next on the list, I'm not sure if they are here. Chelsea, are you here? Funny, and I apologize. I know that we are at a church and maybe it's wrong to mention this. Hold on 1 second. Maybe it's wrong to say this, but I have heard a lot of people compare Zoom to a seance. Chelsea, are you here? I sense your presence. I jest, but often we find ourselves saying those exact words when we're having Zoom meetings. So again, reading the name, Chelsea Green. We're proud of you. Okay, I think this next individual is here, Dawn Hewitt. Yep, there she is. Come on up. Like the price is right. Come on down. I apologize for the odyssey that it is to come up here. Right here. Say hi to everybody at home. Dawn says hi, everybody. Thank you. Sure. Do we stay or do Leila say, well, why don't you stay and that way, stay close and that way we can take a picture with everybody. That's a good idea. Thank you, Dawn. All right, yeah, stay right there. Thank you. Okay. Up next, Taryn Hodge. All right, Taryn. Taryn says, I'm coming, I'm coming. If you are here, if you are in cohort 2 and if you want to make a line over there, that would be great. Congratulations, Taryn. Thank you, thank you. Hi, everybody at home. Thank you, Taryn. Next up, we have Jamie Mayberry. This is Jamie. Her name sign is a J running across your body. All right, congratulations, Jamie says thank you. Next, we have Abigail Niazian. Good job. That was a really nice Miss America wave right there that you had there. Really nice. She practiced that. Great. Next, we have someone who is not able to join us tonight, and I don't know if she's on Zoom or not. Sarah Panaki. Sarah, are you here? Sarah, yay, Sarah. She has a gold one. I also don't think this next individual is here. Rocio Santoyo. I don't see her here this evening, but also gold pin. Next one that we have here with us this evening is Jordan Scott. All right, here we are. Hello, everybody at home. Thank you, everyone. Did we get a picture? No, Jordan, can you come back up? We didn't get a picture. Great, thank you. This next individual I don't believe is here either. Heva Shalui. This one's a silver one for Heva. The next one was not able to attend because of the weather, but we will still read their name, Milo Soto. I feel like I'm winning different awards this evening as I showcase the pins to you all tonight. Last, but certainly not least, Miss Rebecca Wilson. It's Rebecca. Here you are. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, round of applause for all these Cohort 2 graduates. Okay, Chris, do you want to stand over here? There's one person that just came in. Chelsea Green, are you there? Chelsea. Professor Orta saying, oh, Chelsea's here. I'd like to go ahead and show Chelsea to you all now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around so you can see everybody, Chelsea. So all of you guys make some noise for Chelsea. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick, yes, Sierra and Chelsea. Oh, I don't know, can we take a picture with, we haven't taken a picture with Sierra yet. Hold on one second, Sierra, are you there? There we go. Okay, now we're going to take a picture with all of the cohort 2. Just make sure that everything is set up correctly. Great. You guys did it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to move on to cohort number 3 for 2021. Woohoo! Leila is saying, okay, so if you are in cohort 3, if you could begin making a line, making that long haul over to the right side of me, please. The first name that I would like to call is Maggie Clark. Be the first one to walk up, coincidentally. Okay. Oh, actually, can you stand on the other side? The bigger balloons. Okay, next name that I'd like to call out is Kate Gondell. Round of applause for Miss Gondell. Be careful with the wires, please don't trip. Safety hazard. Perfect. Oh, you're very welcome. If you do come up onto the stage, be warned. It's like Mission Impossible. What was that name of that movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones, where she had to go through all the wires and everything like that? Professor Orta is saying, wasn't that with Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise? Leo saying, I don't know. My point in telling you that is please don't trip over the wires that you're walking over. The next name that I'd like to say is Sina Jensen. Be careful with the wires. All right, good job, good job. Perfect, thank you. Nan Karam. Thank you so much. Okay, the next name, she just messaged me that she was not able to attend, but it's Nyree Mategarza. But I would like to let you know that she sends to let you know that her husband is out of the hospital and he's feeling so much better. So that's miraculous in and of itself right there. So Nyree, here's the gold pin for you. Next one, okay, we're done. No, I'm kidding. Carol Morales. Carol, say, here I come. Beautifully done. Wonderful. Next one is Brendis O'Sullivan. Professor is saying, be careful with the wires. Wonderful. Brenda is saying thank you to Leo and Professor Orta. And I feel like Professor Orta is testing my finger spelling tonight, having to finger spell so many names. Professor Orta is saying that's right. The next one is actually here on Zoom. Arthur Rubalcaba. Okay, if you could go ahead and put your video up, Arthur, so we can show you around. Professor Orta saying the only male in cohort 3. Oh, let's not forget a picture. Perfect. Thank you, Arthur. Next on our list, we have Ismar Sandoval. Again, be careful with the wires. Ismar is saying, hello, everybody at home. Next, we have the other Rebecca Valor. Yes, good job being careful on those wires. Rebecca saying, good to see everybody at home. And again, last but certainly not least, we're done. I jest, I'm kidding. Tori Woodruff. Careful with those wires. There you are. Tori saying, hello, everybody at home. Sending my love to everybody. Okay, now let's get a picture with all of them. You guys did it. Congratulations. That's what it is. It's very good to see you guys. You're absolutely welcome. Okay. So if you are staying, I know that it's raining pretty bad, but one of the benefits of staying is I saw that the weather on the Weather Channel, it said that the rain was supposed to dwindle down later on as time moves on. So it's completely up to you if you'd like to stay, and you should. We do have a few fun things that we would like to go ahead and do for the graduates. For example, we have different signs placed on either side of the stage that you can go ahead and sign and write little messages to our graduates here and there. We will take a picture and then send it to all of the graduates. So as a keepsake, and it does show the list of the the names of the graduates. So you can sign either one of those. And also outside, we have 2 photo booths that have been set up, and you can just have at it, take as many silly pictures as you'd like. By all means, go for it. So please do. Please eat, be merry, enjoy yourselves. And thank you again so much for your patience with the weather and being willing to come over here and celebrate with us this special occasion and the awesomeness that is of the students. So thank you so much. And thank you to all of those at home. Hopefully we get to see you soon.